It's a silver fox office for the box office foxes. It's a silver fox office with Elsie and Mike.
Kia ora, welcome to the Silver Fox Office, where we are on a quest to find the foxiest old guy in cinema. I'm Elsie.
And I'm Mike, and I am very, very excited to announce that we've got someone special on the podcast today. The man of my dreams, the love of my life, it's Elsie. And we also have my boyfriend, Jared, here.
Unfortunately. Kia ora.
Jared is a... Oh God, the cat's going to stand on you. Jared is a lawyer, he's a writer, he's a all-around good guy. Hi.
Hello. Kia ora. It's such a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much for being
in your
here.
living room?
Yes.
Okay.
Not normally I'm exiled from a significant portion of our house, by which I mean like the tiny corner of the house that is your Lego room.
Yes. Yes, so we figured it's quite a hot day, so we thought we would be in the lounge, so you may hear some new sounds. Like, for instance, Morgana, our cat, just knocked over our laminated run sheet, so that's the sound you might hear.
We have two kitten troublemakers.
She's not standing on the laptop, so you know what?
It's a preference.
It's an improvement.
You may also hear our heat pump pumping out cool air.
Or the lovely sound of the water bubbling, a bubbling brook.
That's just the ASMR experience.
So, if we sound a little bit different, then we're more comfortable.
We're on location.
You know what?
I'm also, I just need to set the scene. Mike and Jared are sitting on a couch in front of me. I am sitting on a much taller chair. It's an interview.
Have this image firmly in your mind.
It's an interview with a very short table.
What would you like to ask us, Elsie?
If you... No. Would you rather...
I have a good question, actually.
Okay.
This is
Is this for the group or for
this is
Elsie?
irrelevant. This is for the group. You and I have already discussed this.
Oh, God.
Okay, so the cat just stopped our recording for a second, so...
She said enough.
She's like, you know what,
She
I
said,
don't
this is
care.
horrible.
Okay, so here's the scenario.
Okay.
You're dead, right?
Okay.
You get to the pearly gates, and St. Peter, as discussed, is like, okay, you can get the answer to 3 of the world's mysteries.
Oh, God.
What are your 3 that you're
Okay.
picking?
Okay, so...
That's a big question.
It's a really big question. Naturally, like, I'm going to true crime. Because that's what I spend, like, most of my... You know, if I'm listening to an audiobook, I'm reading a book, I'm listening to a podcast that isn't our own.
On repeat.
Repeat, well, I'm doing my hair. One of them's got to be like, okay, I'm thinking the Zodiac. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to pop
Is
them
it
up there
Arthur Lee
on...
Allen?
Yeah, I'm going to pop them up there on the shelf just in case, because I would hate to use up one of my questions. He's like, yeah, it was Arthur Lee Allen. I'm like, I fucking knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of like a yes or no
Yeah,
proposition.
it's like, okay, and because then there's also like, who was D.B. Cooper?
Yes.
But then the answer could just be he was just some guy, and it's like, oh, okay.
I mean, that's always the answer with serial killers or
It's just
criminals.
some guy.
It's just some guy. It's just
I'm
That's sort of
thinking-
like the fascination of it. Like, they are just some guy, and yet
Yeah.
they were able
perpetuate these
to...
horrible acts.
I'm thinking my first one's going to be what happened to Madeleine McCann.
Oh,
Very,
that's a
very good one.
Because once again, whilst we feel like we know with like the recent developments, I need to know.
Yeah.
Closer to home, what happened to Kirsty Bentley?
Right.
Because I remember my mum had that book and I read that book like way too young, and since then I was like, oh my God. So I've just used up 2. I think...
And you've still got Arthur Lee Allen on the
I've
shelf.
still got Arthur Lee Allen on the shelf. Oh my God. Because then it's like, do I want to do a, like a... Oh man.
Because there's lots of like non-true crime ones, right?
Yes.
Like one of my big ones is, what did dinosaurs actually look like?
What a dinosaurs actually look like. Still kind of true crime. What did happen to Princess Diana? Was it the Queen?
I thought you were saying the dinosaurs were close to true crime. I was like,
Well, you
they
know,
were
From dinosaurs to
Kill the
Diana,
dinosaur.
and it counted human history.
Princess Dinosaur.
Princess Dianasaur, forever in our hearts. Oh my God. Okay. I feel like it's probably going to be Madeleine McCann, Kirsty Bentley, and then... I'm sorry, I got to do the Zodiac Killer. I got to do who was... And also, I'm going to make it a 2. I'm going to be cheeky. Who was it? And the uncracked ciphers, what do they say?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do they actually say? And I'm going to do a two for one. And
So
I'm gonna
just a
convince him.
general, like, Zodiac deep dive mystery finding
Yes,
quest
please.
is one of them.
Hello.
Yeah, I think that's allowed. You can just like find
Yeah.
out all about a topic.
Yeah, why not? Give me everything. Give me the dossier on the Zodiac killer.
So I've definitely got, did Lizzie Borden actually kill her parents?
Oh, love
is
it.
one of those.
Love it.
I'm also like David Bain has got to be like,
That's a big one.
but both of
because
these are also ones that people are like, we're pretty sure.
I'm
but
90% sure. I think the problem is like even if I'm 90% sure that David Bain did that, it's like there's still.
a cat is sniffing the microphone right now. If things are
I really hope it sounds really loud, like a bloodhound.
she is a very
I'm
loud
not getting back
purrer.
on
I think
that
she has a
laptop.
keen sense of smell too.
Come here. Okay.
I think because even if you are 90% sure that it happened, there's still like a shadow of doubt
There's
on
room
it.
for error.
I
It's
mean,
like-
that's
Yeah.
why when you're a jury, you say it's beyond reasonable doubt or not. Because
Exactly.
there's always a doubt.
because there is always, and I think the same with O.J. Simpson. I'm convinced O.J. Simpson did that shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, same.
there is still a very small chance
Yeah.
that he didn't.
You can never be 100% sure.
And you need to. I need to know these things. I always think about like I've thought about when I die. I really want to take like a big scrapbook up to St. Peter and be like, right, okay, so we're gonna flip to true crime. Okay, what happened? And then also like, okay, 9/11. I know what happened at 9/11. But
Steve Buscemi was a hero.
Steve Buscemi was there. I just need to know, start to finish, was anything funky happening?
Also, things like Ed and Lorraine Warren, did they actually believe the stuff? And also, was the stuff real?
Was the stuff also a ghost aliens
Like, there's
out there?
so much, right?
I'm such a nosy person as well, and it pains me that there are some of these things that I just will never know.
And even you can get, like, real minute into it, so you can be like, in 2019, was he flirting with me?
I was actually just thinking that. Was there actually a chance, or was I making that all up? And 90% of the time he's going to be like, no, you were making it up.
Did I actually spend that $20 on drink, or did my friend steal it?
And then half the time some people's going to be like, no, that didn't actually happen. You were experiencing alcohol induced psychosis. I'm
You
like,
actu-
okay, yep, no.
It
fair
actually
enough.
fell out of your pocket while you were having a vomit. So,
Yeah.
by the way, why are you here? You're a sinner. Jared, do you have your
Yeah, like mine are kind of like along those metaphysical dimensions. So
How
like,
do magnets work?
yeah, solipsism. Like, you know, is anything that we experience, does that have any basis in material reality, or is it all a fabrication? And if so, like, does that matter? And aliens, of course. Like, I want to know
Yeah.
all of the potential alien species that are out there. And
Get off the stove!
this is stressful.
Get off the stove. That's what I always say when I see something. I say, get off the stove. I would love, I like to imagine that if, like, say you died before me and then I went right after you, that St. Peter would really enjoy answering your questions. Be like, these are great questions. And he'd get to mine and be like, what the fuck is going on? Or if it happened in reverse, like, as soon as he gets your questions, he's like, thank God, some real fucking questions.
Yeah, we're sitting there literally like, how do you make the perfect omelette?
Yeah.
And Jared's like,
No,
solipsism.
That's one I hadn't thought of, and it's an incredibly important
What
question.
is the right amount of time to boil an egg?
I think that shit defies physics. Like, it's all just
How come
like
every
witchcraft.
time I tried to make the pasta, it would stick to the bottom, but when my mum did it didn't.
Your mum knows the arcane
Yeah.
law.
Your mum knows how to cook. Next question. Your mum isn't 5 years old. I'm like, oh, okay, fair enough. Mike, what are yours?
I thought I'd sort of... I
Had
haven't...
some similarities to LC.
Shows that you were clearly listening. No. So I had, like, true crime ones, David
Yes.
Bain and
Yes.
I think it's got to be something ghosty. So I feel like...
A ghost reel.
yeah. But also, if I'm dead and talking to St. Peter, I'm like, well, I know there's some sort of afterlife at this point.
Because it was the thing I was thinking, every time I try to think of the afterlife, what happens after you die, my brain gets so fried that I just have to stop thinking about it because I can't, like, conceptualize
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah.
So there is a really weird part of me that wants to be like, is the afterlife real? And he's like,
You're
tell
in
me.
it. You're in it, love.
You tell me, smarty pants. Look around.
This is why we're not using the word solipsism.
I'll have you know, I quite enjoy scallops. So,
So like the Church of the Flying
that
Spaghetti
down.
Monster,
Yeah.
scallopism.
Okay, so Mike and Jared, what have you been watching lately? Because I feel like it has to be a joint question.
Again, you're
Should
doing. You can go first.
Well,
honey.
should we go in backwards chronological order of what we've watched?
What?
Well, I'm just thinking of the movies we watched last night because they're freshest in my mind.
Okay, well, you talk about the movies last night.
Yeah. So we had a double feature with our friends last night. We first watched The Castle, the 1991 Australian...
97.
97.
Oh,
Wow,
The
it was
Castle.
quite off. Yeah, we watched The Castle, which is just like a really endearing look into the lives of working class Australians, which just sort of strikes the right balance of poking gentle fun and...
Have you not seen it?
I've not
What?
seen it.
Oh!
I've
Oh
heard
my
about it,
God.
but I've not seen it.
It is a classic.
We'll be getting you around.
It is so
I'll be back.
funny.
It's sort of a quasi-annual watch for me.
Yeah.
For goodness sake. I've heard of it. I know I've
It's
heard
about.
of
It's the most quotable film I know.
It's so quotable. I'd say it's more quotable than Mean Girls.
Yeah.
So it's about a Australian dude who owns the most repulsive house you've ever seen. That he sort of built a lot of it himself, and his family, and they're a really close, tight knit family, and they're all a little bit stupid, but they're all very endearing. And basically, they live right next to the airport, and the airport are trying to claim their land. So the government has basically taken their house, and it's about their fight to keep the house.
There's lots of
Cute.
great legal content. They go to the High Court of Australia and they win, so it's like...
it. So The Simpsons,
Sure.
Yeah.
but versus Australia.
Sure. Yeah.
There we go. I know I've heard of it, and actually when I just put it on my watch list, the image of it, I think I've read about it, but I need to watch this.
It's so good.
I need to lock it in.
And what was the other film that we
The other film was
No.
One Cut of the Dead, which...
Oh yes.
Which I talk about.
A great horror from a few years ago. The basic premise is that there's a film crew at a sort of abandoned warehouse place in Japan, and they're filming a zombie apocalypse film, and then real zombies come to attack them. How do they deal with it?
What?
And
what
I
do you
can't,
mean
and I really won't say more beyond that
No.
because it's just an experience that needs to be had.
Mike talks about it so highly. I'm very excited.
It's
to
a
one day
fantastic
one day
film.
see
It's
it.
really good. It's just so entertaining, and that's actually for some reason a really enjoyable double
That
feature.
was.
Like
Oh, really?
they both have this. It sounds wanky as hell, but they both have this theme of like the tenacity of the human spirit.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And
That's I wrote a review on the Society of the Snow, and that was like my big takeaway from it. It was like
That's the one about the plane crash.
yes,
right?
it was like a movable object, which is the cruel indifference of nature, versus unstoppable force, the indomitable human spirit. And I just think I love a film where the whole crux of it is just humans persevering
Yeah.
despite.
What else did we watch? Before that, on a few days ago, we watched the bleakest film that I've ever seen. We watched a movie called Threads from 1984, which is basically a apparently really accurate depiction of what would happen if there was major nuclear war. And it's set in Sheffield in Britain, and it starts off as like this really almost Coronation Street
Like
EastEnders
EastEnders,
kind of
yeah.
soap opera type thing.
Lulls you into a false sense of security.
And it's just like, you know, this young couple pregnant out of wedlock, and the families are upset, and then a nuclear bomb hits.
Jesus Christ.
And it's devastating. It is like we just sat there in a depressed silence for like 5 minutes after.
One of those ones
Yeah.
that's like utterly devastating where you just can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a movie that I've wanted to watch for years, but never quite mustered the courage. So it was good to have Mike there with me to watch it, and like just the sheer scale of human destruction they portrayed with a really low budget, like making
Yeah.
some really good use of stock footage was just like phenomenal. And it portrayed a really important message, because I think like a lot of the warlike rhetoric at the time was that, oh yeah, no, you know, we could have this nuclear war and like, sure, it'd be really, really bad, but humanity could survive. But then that movie leaves you with no doubt that humanity could not survive. Like, it would be the end if anyone were to hit the red button.
Yeah.
And
So-
I think you're absolutely right. And like the wartime rhetoric as well, it was meant to, I guess, kind of stop people from ever knowing too much or asking too many questions. So it was like, yeah, it'll be fine. So I guess it was quite a controversial take as well for film. I remember reading an article about it last year because there was a lot of British articles about like, this is a film that was like, I think it was only ever screened once on television.
For a long time.
Then they refused to show it again for ages.
Yeah, so it came out in 84. And I was reading that they didn't screen it again until 2003, and that was after like a huge campaign
to bring it back.
Yeah, and it streamed in it streamed in New Zealand and Australia as well around the same time, and I don't think it's been shown again since. But we watched it all on YouTube.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
I love a film that you can watch on YouTube.
So good.
It's one of the underrated ways to watch film. Yeah. I actually need to watch it as soon as I'd seen that you'd done a review on it. And I was like, I know this film somehow. And then when I Googled it, I was like, it's that film that I read about.
Yeah.
So bleak.
There's a movie I want to talk about that I watched without Jared called In a Violent Nature. Which is from 2024, and like the discourse around this film was so polarized. People were either like, this is incredible subversion of the slasher genre, or there were people being like, this is the most boring thing I have ever seen in my life. And it's basically a slasher movie, very much Friday the 13th-esque, so in a summer camp and on summer camp counselors, but it's pretty much entirely from the point of view of the killer, so, for long stretches of time. So you will see him do a violent kill, and then you'll see tromp, 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 as he like walks slowly through the forest to get to his next kill. It was. I don't know how I feel about it.
Okay.
I feel like the vibe was really cool. There were some truly horrendous kills, truly horrific.
For you to say that.
Yes.
I mean, I watched it and I was like, whoa, with this big grin on my face and recoiling at the same time. And I think it would be a good one to put on in the background. It's almost just like a walking simulator ASMR thing.
Summer camp simulator.
Yeah.
Watch it on the treadmill.
So I think it's, obviously, I don't think there's a formula to tell if you're going to like it or not. I think you just have to try
give it a shot.
I'm somewhere in the middle, more towards the positive side of it.
Nice.
I think it was a really cool, really cool concept, really cool idea that added up to not very much.
I always think, like, sometimes when you hear a really cool concept, you're always, like, a little bit worried that it's just not going to pay off. Sometimes it does, and then sometimes you're just like, oh, it could have been so much more. And I've said it before, and I'll say again, that's how I felt about Longlegs, the movie Longlegs by Osgood Perkins. What I thought it was going to be, this is kind of silly, because it was actually my idea that I had in my head, and I was pissed at
copyright.
Yeah,
copyright, Elsie.
That wasn't the way that he went with it. I was like, oh well, the idea I had was really good, which might be a bit shitty of me to say, but
LC in this episode stand for lots of copyright.
That's a copyright all the time. Beautiful.
And I also want to talk about a book that I read, which is the newest book from Grady Hendrix. Grady Hendrix has become one of my favourite authors. He is an instant buy whenever one of his new books comes out. It's a pre-order, big fan of his books, and he's done some incredible ones. He did My Best Friend's Exorcism, which
love it.
There was a movie made. The movie is god awful, but the book is incredible. So if you've seen the movie, don't let that influence your opinion. He's also done The Southern Book Club's Guide to Vampire Slaying.
Oh, love it.
And How to Sell a Haunted House.
That's right up your alley.
It's so good. But his newest one that just came out is called Witchcraft for Wayward Girls.
That's fun.
And it is basically about a home in the 70s, a home for unwed mothers.
Yes.
So it's basically where young teenage girls would go when they were pregnant and their family didn't want anything to do with them, so the girls just went there, had the baby. The baby was given up for adoption, and the girls went back to their lives. And so it's set in this home, and the girls discover witchcraft, maybe.
As they should. What else?
5-star book.
Okay.
so emotional. I almost cried towards the end. There were some really good spooks. There was some really good humor and so touching. And I think a lot of people were quite dubious about a book that's so centered around femininity, written by a cis white man.
It's dangerous territory.
It is, but I've seen mostly just raves about how he handles female characters. I think he handles female characters really well, but obviously I'm a cis white man, so...
Obviously does his research.
Yeah.
And if, you have women in your life whom you talk to who give you feedback, that's probably also great.
Yeah.
Influence.
I mean, if you like and know women...
If women are okay with sharing things around you, then you're probably in a good spot.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Not just with respect to book writing, but more generally.
It's more in general.
I feel like this should be a pretty low bar for life.
But
Just,
that's where the bar has been set.
The bar might be on the ground and some guys bring a shovel. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I've watched. Was there anything else that you had, honey?
I don't think so. Did we watch Wolfman?
Oh, we
before
did
the last
watch Wolfman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the general consensus seems to be pretty disappointed, but I gave it 3.5 stars on Letterboxd.
Nice.
I thought it was fine. The practical effects were pretty cool.
The practical effects were so cool.
The script writing wasn't amazing, but I did feel some sort of emotional affinity with the characters, particularly the father and the daughter. Not so much the mother.
She was tough to she was really hard to warm to.
Yeah.
But I agree, like the connection with the father and the daughter, and even the emotion in the Wolfman himself. It was good.
Yeah.
I think my main problem with it was the script writing, and there was moments where it's like you just keep saying the themes of your film out loud, which is a way of going about it. But it was entertaining. It was fun. It was a good, silly popcorn movie.
I thought, as far as the Universal horror goes, it's definitely not the worst.
As far as the Universal horror remakes, yeah.
And it immediately led me to go on to Letterboxd and put all Creature of the Black Lagoon and stuff into my watch list. So
have you not seen them?
I haven't seen all the originals before.
Love Creature of the Black
So it made me want to get into those originals because when my sister and I went, thank you to you both for the tickets.
You're welcome.
Thanks, COVID.
Thanks, COVID, for the tickets. All the pre-shows were they were all wolf themed.
Yeah.
Ads and stuff. But there was just a couple really old ones, and the graphics were so shit, and it just got me so excited because I loved it when all the effects had to be practical because there was no other way, and it was just a guy wearing fur on his face being and that's perfect.
I mean, if you're going to watch Wolfman films, your best bets are going to be Wolfman from the 40s and American Werewolf in London.
In London.
Two of the greatest.
Yeah.
Two of the absolute greatest. I love the Hammer. Well, I love the Universal horror films, and I always have. I grew up with them, and so I sort of showed Jared. I introduced Jared to them over the past sort of couple of years. We've been watching them.
Yeah.
I think we've watched all of the main, all of the first entries,
like Frankenstein and Dracula. And
so we've done Frankenstein. Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman, Invisible Man, Creature of the Black Lagoon, The Mummy.
Yep. Is there anything else?
Basically everyone that was invited to the Monster Mash.
Yeah. We haven't done Phantom of the Opera.
Right, yes.
Fair enough.
But that's sort of part of the canon, sort of not. Not quite one of the main ones.
I do love... Have you seen that they're building a big theme park? For all the Universal horror monsters.
Oh my god!
Where is it?
I can't. It's somewhere in America.
It's not like LA, is it?
I can't really remember, but there's I saw a video of them, and they have the big animatronic Frankenstein, and I'm pretty sure he walks. He's kind of. I know it sounds crazy to say he's free roaming, but the way they've designed the animatronic,
he's a free range Frankenstein's monster.
You know how they usually have what's his name, King Kong, he's built into the side of the wall and he reaches out with one arm. Instead of that, he's kind of a freestanding Frankenstein that kind of walks, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I may be hyping it up way more than it actually is. You look at it and it's just a picture of Frankenstein on a sheet. But yeah, from what I've seen, they're putting huge budget into making this massive fuck off theme park.
So cool.
Yeah. No, that is definitely a priority for us.
Yeah.
When it gets built.
I think when I saw it, I was like, I'm imagining you guys will tickets booked at some point.
It's just me crying when I see Dracula, like, can I have a hug?
You know people that like cry when they see like the Magic Kingdom at Disney World?
Mate,
In Frankenstein, you're like...
when we went to Disney in France, we walked in, I saw Mickey Mouse waving, I immediately burst into tears.
You are the Disney adult.
It was...
That was adorable.
But I was like so taken aback. I was so surprised because I was excited and I was like, "Oh my god, it's Mickey!"
Mickey Mouse here in Disneyland.
I know.
Pushing like kids out of the way,
yeah.
bowling them over so you can run to Mickey Mouse.
I mean, there's also a photo of me with the Queen of Hearts, and I look like I'm close to tears and smiling my head
Did you
off
dress
as well.
up as the March?
No. How dare you? I was the Mad Hatter.
Oh, your friend was the March.
No, but I did do, like, when I saw her, I did what they instruct her to do in Alice in Wonderland, you know, put your feet together and do a big bow and go, "Your Majesty!" And then, like, her and the Tweedles both applauded me, and I was like, I've made a friend today.
Thank you so much. It's been my life dream.
What have you been, let's get off my Alice in Wonderland obsession. What have you been watching
It's
and
a great
consuming,
question.
Elsie?
Let me go
Consult
back.
the letterbox.
Yes, it's always... Let me go to the diary.
Now that we're like 4 hours into the recording.
Exactly. So, after, I think the night of the last podcast that we recorded, I can't remember. Anyway, I went to see the 1995 film Seven
Yes!
at the Roxy. They were showing that one.
30th anniversary this year?
Something like that. And it never fails me. Like I actually did not see that film for the first time until like maybe 2019.
Yeah,
or something like that.
I think for me it was only 2 or 3 years ago.
And I remember somebody saying to me like, "Oh, you haven't seen this film," and I get that a lot. Like, "Oh, you haven't seen this film," and then the film's like Lord of the Rings. I'm like,
Mike does that to you a lot, I'm sure.
Well, no, Elsie's seen more films than I have. Although we do need to get you over to watch Jurassic Park at some stage.
True. Because there are some classics that I haven't watched. But that one is incredible. And watching it in the cinema was really fun because everyone was quite like hyped up.
Yeah.
So it was just as good as the first time you watch it. It's always going to be good. Quite a controversial cast in there these days, but I'm also like one of my
Morgan Freeman's still good though, isn't he?
Oh, Morgan Freeman's absolutely
Yeah.
fine. One of my fatal flaws is that I really like 1990s Gwyneth Paltrow. Like, I love 1990s Gwyneth
I can
Paltrow.
see, yeah.
She was so sweet and she dressed so well and she's so beautiful and now she, I don't know, hits people on ski fields and sells vagina
I
candles.
feel like
but
just about everyone is liable to become a terrible human at some
Exactly.
point, so you just have to
she
treasure
was,
people in their good moments.
I absolutely love her in Seven. I know she's such a minor character, but I really... And also, there's something about, like, obviously watching it for the first time is, like, the perfect watch. But there's something about knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And everyone in that cinema knew what was going to happen. And we were all sat there, like, really rigid. And there were so many things that you just picked up on that you wouldn't have otherwise. And it was just perfect. So, loved Seven. Then I watched, as per Mike's recommendation from the last episode, The Kids Are Alright.
Yes.
So I watched your film. So good. Very good. And then I watched a film on YouTube, because it wasn't streaming anywhere else in New Zealand, and that was a 2001 film, Ghost World, which has Thora Birch, Scarlett Johansson, and Steve Buscemi. Oh, yeah.
Oh, by the way, sorry, I just remembered that I have a huge apology to make. To you, Elsie, and of course to
What's
Steve
happening?
Buscemi. So, after our last episode, we went to quiz on a Wednesday, Jared and I and our friend. And one of the questions was, they'd show an actor and they'd say you have to guess if they are older or younger than the age we are showing. So Steve Buscemi came up and it was like 64.
Older.
I know, but I convinced everyone to go younger.
Wow.
Do we know what age he is?
I think he's 66?
67.
67. Right, so he's only my husband. We've
I
only
know.
been married how long?
I know. So I'm so sorry. As soon as it happened, Karen,
Yeah,
Bree,
we were judging.
Jared all looked at me and just...
There's actually nothing worse than being in a quiz and everyone looks to you for an answer and you're like, and then you get it
It's
wrong.
happened to Mike several times.
Oh, there was one question about the cat's name on the Titanic, and I was like, oh,
You love cats. You love the Titanic. How could you not know this?
I know.
This is meant to be my thing. I would have gone and cried in the toilet.
I got it wrong. I'm so sorry.
Ghost World.
Ghost World.
I'll have words with him about it. Don't worry. So Ghost World has a 15-year-old Scarlett Johansson and Thora Birch, and they play like best friends. They're graduating from high school, and it's one of those 90s or it's early 2000s. Like it's quite kooky and quite weird. The music's weird, kind of like on the same vein as Juno.
Right.
When I searched it up to see if it was on streaming, the other recommendations I got like it were Dazed and Confused and Juno and The Virgin Suicide and stuff like that.
So that sort of teen...
Yeah, and
Okay.
they all happen to be some of my favourite films, so I was like, I'm in the right place.
Yeah.
And basically, Thora Birch plays Enid Coleslaw. No shit.
Excellent.
No shit. And she is really, really weird, and she meets Steve Buscemi, who plays Seymour, who's even weirder. He wears cardigans, collects vinyl, and lives on his own, so might be my dream man, but that's fine. And she becomes obsessed with his love life and like setting him up on dates. And then when he does get a date, she, at 18 years of age, becomes very jealous.
Oh.
So she's kind of me.
Are you sure that this wasn't just you?
I think I was projecting. I think I hit
You're
my
going
head.
to change your name to Enid Coleslaw.
I hit my head and had a lucid dream, and then I logged it on Letterboxd. I actually really recommend Ghost World. It was one of those ones where I was watching it and I was like, I think this is my life if it was a movie. And the soundtrack's really good as well. So then after that, I watched one of my favourite films, which is the 2013 Maggie Carey film, The To-Do List, which is about Aubrey Plaza.
I feel like you've talked about this before.
I think so.
Aubrey Plaza, hold that thought.
Aubrey Plaza, and she plays Brandy Clark, who is about to go to university, and she's never had a sexual experience, so she writes down a list of all these things that she needs to accomplish before college, and then she tries to get them all ticked off. And one of my favourite actors, Johnny Simmons, is in it, and he's just so delightful and so perfect in that film. Love that.
Yeah.
So then I went to the movies and I paid real human money to see the new film Baby Girl.
Oh, that's the Nicole Kidman.
The Nicole Kidman, Harris
Yeah.
Dickinson one.
You messaged me so disappointed about how not sexy the film
A woman
was.
walked out during it. I'm not even kidding you.
Was that woman you?
The woman sitting in front of me, I saw her putting her bag like over her head, no, as in like the strap of her bag. She wasn't putting her bag on her head. She was like, I should never see this.
And then walked out like hands in front,
She's like,
stomping around.
"Someone help She's wearing her purse on her head, and she's like, "Get me out of
That's
here!"
how upset she was. She less
She had to hide her face so we didn't know she had gone to see the film.
less baby girl, more Birkin girl.
Oh my god. So the lady in front of me left. There were numerous elderly couples in there as well,
Oh.
mind you.
Interesting.
So for everything this film is trying to be, it was just weirdly unsexy.
Which
She makes some of the craziest noises you will ever hear. She makes crazy noises. Harris Dickinson is a sexy man, but he's really cringe in this. Like, he just
Okay.
keeps, like, I'm not even spoiling anything. A glass of milk gets sent to her table at a restaurant. She drinks it while he watches, and then later when she's settling the tab, he walks up behind her and he's like, "Good girl." And then he walks off and she's like, "Whoa." And it's like, what are you guys doing? And also, she cheats on Antonio Banderas.
Why would you do that?
Sacrilege.
Which, that was probably the most unbelievable thing, because also, he's supposedly bad in bed. And I was like,
Nonsense.
who have you cast? Learn
Nonsense.
your audience. Anyway.
That man is impeccable in bed, and I bet he smells incredible.
He was also quite, like, a bit chubby, really hairy, older Antonio Banderas.
I don't care.
I mean, as someone
He
who's
moved me.
as a podcast that's platformed in, like, you should write to the directors.
I'm going to have to. That was the sexiest I've ever seen Antonio Banderas in my life, and she was walking out on him for...
Oh my god.
Anyway, there were some moments in there where I was like, this is pretty good cinema. Like, there's some good kind of, like, juxtapositions between the start and the end and whatnot, and foils and the characters and stuff. But overall, fucking hated that film, and I could not wait for it to end.
All the marketing makes it look like it's going to be the sexiest film ever made.
Don't get me wrong, Harris Dickinson and Nicole Kidman are both very sexy.
Yeah, it should work.
But something happened. There was some really bad reaction to this, and I don't know, it went sideways. And then, I watched, 3 days later, I watched the 2009 film The Lovely Bones.
Oh.
Which, okay, my history with The Lovely Bones, obviously filmed in New Zealand, made by a Kiwi director. A girl that I went to primary school with is in that film, so when it came out, like, my community was like, we all have to rally around and support this film. As a result, I saw it way too young, and it actually changed my brain chemistry.
Right.
And I was still to this day, I am terrified of being kidnapped, specifically by Stanley Tucci, not looking his best.
Yeah.
Although, all I'm saying is I do want that underground bunker that he has.
Cool,
like, I just, not for, like, devious purposes, but just as, like, a cool little, like, hangout. Like, I just want
for the neighbourhood kids.
I just want to, like, no, for...
Like, what?
The police are on their way.
For me! I just want to read my books in there.
I don't think that was the intended
wasn't
No,
always.
but it just looks like it could be cozy if the right person...
You,
I mean, like, there are YouTube
channels
channels that are devoted to underground bunkers that you could watch.
Stanley Tucci would have had a field day with you.
I would have sought him out.
You would have
Like,
pushed
hello.
Susie Salmon out the way to get into that underground bunker.
Oh, dear.
Me first. So, watching that film, okay, first of all, I didn't realise how bad the graphics were. There's a lot of CGI, and apparently
really?
she gets sent to heaven, but heaven looks like a Windows XP
I
background.
do. I vaguely remember this, yeah.
It's quite, like, jarring, and also some of the camera angles suck, but this film, and especially the scene where she's in the cornfield with Stanley Tucci and the family are at home getting ready for dinner, there's such a juxtaposition between the two that it always gives me this real sense of dread, and there's always this weird bit in the back of my head that's like, I want to be able to change how this is going to end, and I can't. And the fact that a film can elicit that kind of reaction from me every single time,
Yeah.
quite remarkable. So it's a pretty good film. It's like not the worst.
So you're sitting there thinking, I want to change how this goes.
Yeah.
I want to change this outcome. And I'm sitting there being like, an underground bunker would
That
be
looks
nice.
so fun.
Yeah. I think we had to study the book in year 12 English,
Yeah.
and
The book's,
like I would like
way
to revisit
worse.
it because it didn't really resonate with me at that time.
The
I
book's
like
like
the
a
book.
lot darker.
I really like the book. I've got a copy here.
My
Yeah, I
mum's
think
got a
I will
copy,
reread it.
and I tried to find it in the roof the other day, but I couldn't. So I've been listening to the audiobook on Spotify, and unfortunately, the woman narrating it has just like the most monotonous American accent.
Ah.
So I'm pushing through it. But I know the book's like way better than the film.
They always are.
So on the literally the night after, and Mike, you know about this thanks to Letterboxd, I watched a documentary. I've been watching a lot of TVNZ Plus lately, and I found a documentary
good.
that is soon to leave TVNZ Plus, and I kid you not, it is called My Massive Cock.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I saw this on your letterbox.
What a load of cock, I'll tell you that for free. That thing was crazy. Okay, first of all, half of those men are being effectively sexually abused by or harassed by their friends. So, for some reason, they all have pictures of their friends' wieners on their phones, and they're sharing them.
There's nothing
where
weird
does
with
this
that.
occur? What country is this?
England.
Right.
There is nothing strange with that. All my friends are welcome to send me... No, I'm kidding. Please do not.
Please don't send me pictures of your wang. They all... Also, there's like one guy that's in a football club, and he's like, yeah, I was in the showers, and another friend of mine started filming my junk, and then sent it to everyone.
So
I'm
that's
like,
a crime.
Yeah, I'm
That's
like,
so-
you realise this is illegal, right? Like, you could report this person.
Yeah.
And then also this guy's like, yeah, now everyone in the town knows about my massive penis, and it's just like really tough because like everyone keeps talking about my penis and everyone has photos of it, and I was like, this is so illegal.
That's upset. Yeah, that's upsetting.
And then you'll go to this other guy who was 5'6" with a 9.5-inch wiener. he applied for a job and he didn't get it because they thought he had an erection, but it wasn't. It was just like in his pants, but everyone could see it and everyone was weird about it. And I was like, this is unreal. And then it went to this other, and this is where I didn't fully finish it because I was like, this is so fucked. It went to this other guy who was like, yeah, everyone's always objectifying me about my big wiener, and he's like, I just don't want to talk about it anymore. And he's like, oh, I also have a YouTube channel where I literally only post videos about what it's like to have a big wiener. And I was like, pick a struggle, brother.
My God.
It was the craziest documentary I have
So
ever
worth
seen.
watching?
Yeah, actually, 100%.
Is that just because you see a bunch of willies, or
You actually don't. Oh, you see a little bit of Willy.
what's the point? What's the fucking point?
You see some tip, I guess. You do see a bit of it, but
You see some tips.
but more so, it's like it was just. It was one of those ones I was like, I'm really glad I'm watching this alone because I also spent half of it like hiding my face in a pillow, being like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
On TVNZ Plus.
And this is the only thing you could find on the back pages of TVNZ Plus. Like, I had to scroll for a while, and then it came up, and I was like, well, I have to watch it.
Elsie went full archaeologist mode.
There's some sort of like backroom intern who's thought, oh yeah, this would be a good one to add to the service.
Somebody's just watched this for the first time. I'm the only one that's watched it. No wonder it was leaving soon.
Elsie not digging up bones, digging up boners.
I'm the bone collector. Then the next night, I watched actually a really good film called 28 Days from 2000. It's got Sandra Bullock and Steve Buscemi.
Yes.
And Sandra Bullock is in a rehabilitation facility because she was living crazy with Dominic West. And her like counselor is Steve Buscemi. And there's this crazy moment where she meets him by the water and he's like got his shirt untucked, he's wearing sunglasses and he's having a cig, and I was like, wow.
Woof.
They would have actually had to like extradite me. Like they would have had to get me the fuck out of there. It would have been so weird.
I remember seeing a picture that was like, this is the weirdest trilogy I've ever seen, and it was a picture of 28 days and then 28 days later.
Yeah.
28 weeks later.
I think I've seen that too.
But it was also, I feel like I need to start a new tag on Letterboxd, which was like movies that made me want to cut my hair, because she has a really cool hair in it, but I also realised I don't have the same bone structure as Sandra Bullock, so...
You do.
Yeah. She's like crazy hot in that film.
She's crazy hot in a lot of films. I'm a big Sandra Bullock fan.
Steve Buscemi, naturally crazy hot in that film.
I'm not a big Sandra Bullock fan. I'm a fan. I'm just walking that back a little bit.
And then there's also Viggo Mortensen.
Who is always either the hottest man in existence or the dweebiest looking man in existence.
He shows up looking pretty hot. He saves it because she like jumps out a window or something.
Right.
Because she is trying to like get Vicodin. I can't really remember. I was thinking about Steve Buscemi. Anyway, after all of that, those are all the films I've seen. I was meant to go see Dog Day Afternoon this afternoon at the Roxy, but because of stupid friggin' motorway closures, I wouldn't be able to get back out of town again.
Oh, no.
So I've given the tickets to people that already live in town. So they don't have to fight with the motorway.
You can always watch it on the telly.
Probably going to. Because I love Dog Day Afternoon.
I've never seen it, actually.
It's so good. Guy loves his wife so much. He robs a bank to get money for her to have gender-affirming surgery.
Amazing premise.
The greatest
and based
premise.
on a true story.
Yeah, based on true story.
It's
They're both real people.
Wow.
And it's Al Pacino?
Yeah.
Al Pacino
Yay.
plays the guy. And, you know, things...
And for the 70s, pretty good representation of trans people.
Yeah,
right?
There's probably, if I rewatched it again, there's probably some, like, language and semantics and stuff in there that'll be like, ooh. But you know what? Pretty good premise. Which actually reminds me, I haven't started watching it, but I need to. TVNZ Plus, massive shout out to TVNZ Plus.
Yeah.
Sponsor us, guys. They've started a series called Queer Aotearoa.
Oh, right.
And it's looking at the history of, you know, queerness in Aotearoa.
Oh, cool.
And I learned about it because I saw a clip on TikTok yesterday about Georgina Bayer, the first trans MP in New Zealand. And it was back in the day, and they were filming all these people in the Wairarapa about her, and being like, do you care that she's transgender? And it's just all these like blokes, like these 50-year-old men be like, no, why does that matter?
Yeah.
And it's like, how did we get here?
It just goes to show like how much all of the hatred is manufactured.
Exactly. And also how much of it is like, you know, I think, and I'm gonna get on my soapbox about social media, but like it's very easy to see like one opinion on social media and think that forms like an entire thing.
Yeah, the bubble.
And don't get me wrong, like there's obviously still issues in that space, but yeah, it was actually kind of refreshing to see that. So I really need to start that series, and I'm very excited to watch those.
It sounds like a really noble thing that you're watching, whereas we've just started watching Married at First Sight Australia.
Actually, I've been watching that with my mum. I've been watching Married at First Sight with my mum.
You're just like the rest of us.
We're one episode in. We're watching more today, actually.
I got my mum to start watching, and I've been kind of watching it with her when I went to see her. Apple Cider Vinegar. It's a new TV series on Netflix about Belle Gibson.
Yeah.
Who is an Australian woman who literally lied about having brain cancer. And
is she the Grey's Anatomy woman? No, never mind.
No, but like same vein.
I think we've put this on our list, hun.
Oh, okay.
She lied about having brain cancer so that she could tell everyone she cured it through having like a natural organic diet. And it's literally the most fucked up TV series ever, but it's so good. Oh my god, she's literally like asleep in your arms.
I do have to hand it to Netflix. Like, there are certain documentaries it does which just, stellar.
Netflix, I really love, like...
They just hit that spot.
I love those true crime documentaries they do. Like, I loved the one they did on The Night Stalker and stuff like that. Also, that TV series they did, like, This Is a Zodiac Speaking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Changed my life.
I'm actually reading a book about The Night Stalker at the moment.
I remember when I was like a teenager, I read quite a bit about The Night Stalker because I just thought that was crazy interesting. Oh.
We're just watching Cats now.
The musical.
This will be the remainder of the podcast. More like the Silver Cat's office. Sorry.
Hey, Elsie.
So I won't be back.
Jared's leaving. Hey, Elsie. What's a silver fox?
I don't know.
3 hours later.
What's a silver fox with you?
A silver fox is a person, non-gender specific, who is over the age of 45, because that's just a jumping off point, that either has grey hair, is going grey, has grey hair energy, but most important, they're really, really sexy, and they've been in film.
Do you know what I noticed as well?
What's that?
The youngest fox we've had is Michael Shannon, who is 50. So we've never had anyone under 50.
How old's Mark Ruffalo?
Well, I would have thought early 50s.
He's 50. He's like 54.
Is Michael Shannon younger than Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so, would you?
And I think our next youngest...
No offence.
No offence, Michael Shannon.
He's 57.
Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Michael
Shannon is only 50.
And I think Kate Blanchett was our next oldest, and she was like 54 or something.
No, okay.
But she is timeless, of course.
No offence, Michael Shannon, but that is the craziest revelation I have ever made. Okay.
So, Jared, as the special guest, you got to pick who the silver fox was for this episode.
I did.
So, who did you pick?
I picked Nick Offerman.
Great shout.
It's just like I was in a candy store. There were so many great options. And I weighed up all the different factors, and I decided on Nick Offerman.
Excellent choice.
It was actually a very good choice, and also somebody that I've primarily only seen in television, so it was quite exciting to go through his filmography.
I'll be honest,
I learned something here.
I was quite sceptical, because I had a feeling you had gone Nick Offerman, to be perfectly honest. It was one of the options that I thought you may have gone for. The other being Gillian Anderson.
Who might ruled out on the basis of filmography.
I would have had to have played X-Files.
But exactly. But when you said Nick Offerman, I was like, I don't think he's done enough TV. It's going to be hard. But no, there was options.
There was a lot there.
Yeah.
He has like a really well-established indie film reputation.
He does actually, because what I always do when we have a fox is I will go through their filmography and then I'll search the name of the film and I'll like write their name. And half of the films I was looking up, like, they were indie, and they were like, and it was very hard to find photos of him in it, so I really had to go looking. But it was quite a pleasant surprise.
Yeah. So should we talk about our films?
I think we should.
Jared,
Jared,
shall I
you
lead off?
first?
Please.
Okay, so I decided to watch 2 films because I like to do a bit of a compare and contrast thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to talk about the second film that I watched first, which was from 2018. It's called Hearts Beat Loud.
That was nearly my film.
That was yours?
That is my film.
Oh, really?
So you and I picked the same one.
Okay, so we can have a discussion about this.
Elsie,
Great.
did you say that was nearly your film?
It was nearly. I didn't watch it though.
Okay.
So I'm ready to hear about it, but I nearly picked it.
So this was just like a really nice home cooked meal. There's nothing particularly innovative about it. It's the story is quite paint by numbers, but it's just like it hits all the right emotional spots, and it's just like a warm embrace.
It was so warm. Warm is really the correct word for it.
There's no antagonist. It's really just a bunch of people in a family trying to work out like how they can make art in a world which is complicated and where circumstances change all the time. So Nick Offerman was a musician. He now runs a record store. His wife passed away quite a number of years ago in a cycling accident.
Specific.
And his daughter is played by Kirsty Clemens,
Nice.
and they just have this really, really lovely dynamic.
Yeah,
like
they're
there are
very
definitely
cute.
tensions between them, but they really love each other, and you just sort of like see that come through in the acting choices. That
It felt realistic. It felt like a realistic relationship.
yeah,
One thing that I found, because I went into it knowing nothing, my methodology is I look up actor's name sexy, and then I look at the pictures that come up.
And work out where they're from.
Then I'm like,
Smart.
okay, yeah. So there was one of him, and he was just full bearded, and I'm like, yeah, that's it.
That's the one.
Because for me, I was like, his sexiest is Ron Swanson, which is TV. And then I was like, oh, actually, him with a beard is...
And actually, for me, his sexiest is TV, and it's The Last of Us.
That was the next one I was
Yeah.
thinking, was also...
Long hair, beard.
yeah.
And I was
Definitely
like,
have to talk about The Last of Us at some point.
So this is him in a beard, wearing like flannel and like a cigarette in his mouth. And I'm like, yeah, that's it.
That's the one.
And so I knew nothing about it. I was just like, yeah, Nick Offerman's the main character, and he's got a beard, and he's sexy. And then the cast kept popping up. I was like, fuck, Ted Danson, Blythe Danner, Toni
gosh.
Collette.
Yeah, I love Toni Collette in that film.
Toni Collette was so good.
I love Toni Collette generally.
Yeah.
What a cast.
I know, it was such a pleasant surprise, but holy shit. The first scene you see him is he's at his desk in the music store, and he's got headphones in, and he's listening to music, and he's smoking a cigarette inside, and he's being rude to a guy who's like, you can't smoke inside. I'm like, yep, you are the sexiest man alive.
Yeah, it's like very Ron Swanson libertarian energy. Like, it's my store, I can do whatever the fuck I want.
He basically said, look, if you buy something, I'll stop smoking. If you buy something, I'll put it out.
Right.
And I was like, here, please put it out. Please, put it out on me.
Put it out. Whatever that might mean. What was your first film that you watched?
The first film I watched was The Little Hours.
That's my honourable mention. Yes.
So I had no real idea what this was, but it intrigued me when I looked it up, so that was the one I picked. Based on a 14th century work of literature, by a Florentine author called the Decameron. So it's basically a bunch of... it's a compilation of stories which are all like very heretical and filthy, and it's all satirical, like very anti Catholic Church establishment vibe. So this film was an attempt to allude back to that. I enjoyed it. It's the premise is basically that Dave Franco escapes Nick Offerman, who was his lord, after Nick captures Dave sleeping with Nick's wife, and Dave Franco goes to a convent and pretends to be deaf and mute so he can get a job at the convent as a gardener, and then he has sex with all the nuns, and then the nuns are also quite unhinged, and it devolves into all this witchcraft and
the nuns are Aubrey Plaza, Alison Brie, and Kate
Micucci.
Have you seen this?
No, I haven't.
You would love this.
Yeah. Like,
Really?
it's more than the sum of its parts. Like, all of the, like, the story doesn't particularly get me, but just the way the acting choices and the casting and the fact that it was improvised because it was only done based on a 20-page script outline.
Wow.
And, like, it just gives it this wonderful, like, crazy energy, which I really loved.
It's directed by Jeff Banner, who was Aubrey Plaza's husband, and unfortunately passed away not too long ago. Like,
I didn't know that.
I think he passed away maybe in early January. And he is like he was an incredible indie filmmaker. Like, made some really good stuff, and often always had Aubrey Plaza in them. One, that's his wife. Two, she's a very good actress.
And beautiful.
And very beautiful. And I think her role in The Little Hours is like, it's perfect for who she is.
Right.
And also Alison Brie being Dave Franco's wife as well.
Yeah.
Chemistry there. It's I think everyone should watch that.
Oh, and Molly Shannon's in it as well.
Yes,
I love Molly Shannon.
No, I was thinking, I remembered Nick Offerman in it, and I re-looked at pictures, and I was like, the haircut is so bad, because he's got one of those, like, Tudor style, like, fringes, and it's, like, long.
I don't know, it's, like, quite anachronistic, I think.
Yeah, and it's, like, it's a very bad wig, but it's still Nick Offerman, so the heart's there. So, The Little Hours is very, very worth everyone's time.
Like, Nick Offerman probably only has about 10 minutes or so of screen time, but he uses them really well. He's basically, he has this huge cupped energy, and he portrays that character really well. So I think it just speaks to his diversity as an actor.
It's very good.
Can I also just say, him and Megan Mullally have got to be one of the sexiest husband and wife teams ever. And, like, they match each other's freak in the best way.
Perfectly.
And they just love each other so much.
They are my favourite Hollywood couple.
Yep.
I swear to God.
They do very well.
If they saw me in a bar and were like, we like your vibe, I'd be like, great.
Great news.
I'm in. I'm already in your backseat.
Watch out.
Wow.
What did you watch, Elsie?
So my one was a 2013 film called The Kings of Summer.
Yeah.
And it is basically 3 teenage boys decide to up sticks and move into the wilderness and build a house in the middle of the bush and live there for the summer. And Nick Offerman plays the main character, Joe's father, so he plays Frank. And Megan Mullally plays the other teenage boy, his name's Patrick. She plays Patrick's mother.
Right.
And then the third teenage boy is played by Moises Arias. I don't know if anyone remembers that actor. He's about 5'1", and he was Rico Suave from Hannah Montana, if anyone recalls. But Nick Offerman in this film, he is a dad who is...
is he ever?
Yeah, is he ever. He's very sarcastic. He is... he still holds that kind of like the character you were talking about from your film, but then also Parks and Recreation, where he's like very blunt, no time for anything. He takes the piss out of everyone and makes an enemy of everyone. He's so mean, but he's great, and you can tell that he really tries, because I don't know what this is about Nick Offerman, but in this film, his wife also died prior to the film. And so there's tension between him and his son, and then his daughter's played by Alison Brie, which they obviously have like one cast that they just rotate. And then so there's this tension, but you can tell that he really cares. He just has a really shit way of showing it, and he's not good with his emotions. And the film actually turned out to be really good as well, like a really good coming of age kids on bikes type film. I love a kids on bikes film.
Yes.
And you see these boys just they're having fun, and then there's tension because this girl that main boy Joe has a crush on, she's played by Erin Moriarty. Beautiful woman, by the way, like really pretty.
Yes.
And then there's tension because she likes another of the boys, and I was expecting it just to be like, oh, everything turns out fine, he gets a girl, and then we go home, but it didn't end up like that. It was a bit more complicated. And I guess it wasn't a perfect ending for him, but it was still very realistic, and it was actually a really lovely film by the end of it. I was like, oh, this was actually really nicely done, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And Nick Offerman was really hot.
Oh my god!
As
I
a
love
grumpy,
him.
sarcastic dad. I think
love
that's
him
like his
so
typecast.
much.
That's
And Megan Mullally was fucking hilarious. Like, she plays this mother that is so unaware of how uncool she is. And like, her son finds her so cringe and she doesn't get it, and she has an equally as cringe husband. And then like, she's trying to send her son to like his friend's house with vegetable soup and a tomato, and he's like,
God.
I don't want to bring vegetable soup. Nobody likes vegetable soup. And she's like, are we in opposite land? And
I love vegetable soup.
I know. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, yeah, I fucking like vegetable soup. She's very funny in it and very weird, and it was a really good film.
Is she more Karen energy or more Tammy 2 energy?
Oh my God.
Or something else
Yeah,
entirely?
definitely not Karen. She was just so, like, she was a very, I don't know, you know how you, like in America, they've got those like Midwestern moms that are like,
Yeah.
she was so funny. She was so kooky, like so odd. And I was like laughing out loud when she was speaking. Like, she just had some great moments in there. And also, she wasn't playing Nick Offerman's wife, which I was like, it kind of wigged me out because I saw them together and I was like, they're meant to be married. But I recommend people give The Kings of Summer a go because it was really
Definitely
fun.
will.
I'm pretty sure Nick Offerman and Megan Mullally met on the set of Will and Grace, because he has
Yeah.
a one-off appearance in Will and Grace, and it's the scene where Karen, played by Megan Mullally, Karen Walker, I think she's either just had a fight or she's just broken up with her husband Stanley.
The faceless Stan.
Faceless Stanley. There's some reason that she's angry with him and they're not together, and she decides that she wants to have a fling with someone, and she gets this plumber around, played by Nick Offerman, and it's just her trying.
He's very sexy in that
and it's
role.
just her trying to seduce him.
Oh my god.
And it is one of the funniest things. It's so good.
I need to see this.
There are two things I want to say about Hearts Beat Loud. Is that the name of the?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't like the name of the film. It's a generic title.
Yeah,
Hearts Beat Loud.
totally.
I keep forgetting what the title is. So there's one bit where Nick Offerman's daughter says, "Do you know the Titanic?" And I out loud said, "Oh boy, do I!"
Just not the cat!
The cat is Jenny. I know this now. The name of the cat is Jenny.
And how old is Steve Buscemi?
67.
Thank you.
Yes. And the other one was that Toni Collette sang in it, and I love Toni Collette singing. She was on Broadway in the Broadway cast of The Wild Party, playing Queenie, and she was so good, and I wish she sang more, and
She's so
Yeah.
delightful.
she was just in karaoke, so it
Yeah,
wasn't
it was
like...
just like a really candid moment.
Yeah.
Fun.
But it wasn't, like, super polished singing. It was just, karaoke singing. But I was just like,
It was
yes,
lovely.
This is
let
great.
Tony sing more often, please.
I think Hearts Beat Loud also came out on the same weekend as Hereditary.
Yes. And
What a
someone-
double feature.
And like that, we need to watch those two together.
One of the comments I saw in Letterboxd was that it's crazy that this came out at the same time as Hereditary, and you could quite easily swap the titles, and it still makes sense.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, do we have any honourable mentions? Were there any others that we didn't mention?
I mean, the main one has to be The Last of Us, right?
Yeah, so
Oh,
we're
yeah.
extended to TV here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Just episode 3 of season 1 will be burned into my memory forever.
That episode, that one-off episode that was like an hour and a half long or something.
it
It was like a
changed
movie
lives.
length. So beautiful. And
Yeah,
he is
Bill and Frank.
Bill and
Bill
Frank.
and Frank.
And he is, and I think that Nick Offerman is often, he's in the same sort of echelon as, or there's the same sort of vibe about him as there was with someone like Robin Williams or Jim
Yes.
Carrey, is that they're so funny and they do so many funny things that you forget they are an incredible actor.
And
Yeah.
and part of what makes them so good in these comedic roles is the fact that he has that ability to act so well. And what I like about, I think Nick Offerman often plays like the straight man. Like he
Yes.
always plays a very gruff, very sarcastic, very mean straight man. And then you see him in The Last of Us playing
gruff.
Rough, but like in a different way and still very endearing.
Yeah.
And
there's like a
lot
deeper
more,
psychology to
and
it.
there's
Because he
gentleness.
feels vulnerable. And
it's a lot softer. It's a lot softer around the edges.
Yeah.
And I think it was the first time I'd kind of seen Nick Offerman in a role like that, and I'd seen him kind of a little bit more like soul-bearing, a little bit more exposed. And it changed lives. Like, it literally turned the internet on its head for like a very long time.
And we were a little bit behind because it was a really busy period of year, so we didn't watch it at the same time everyone else did. We were sort of a month later maybe.
Yeah.
And I remember trying really hard to avoid spoilers because all I kept hearing people talk about was just, oh my god, episode 3.
Episode 3 of The Last of Us. I still remember watching that first episode at the end with Pedro Pascal's daughter, and I remember sobbing my fucking eyes out watching that. And I think
the actor's name has slipped my mind. Bella Ramsey.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're such a wonderful
They
actor.
do an incredible job, and so many people were so awful towards them about like the casting and everything. But I just think, as far as television or just adaptations of video games go, it's a standout.
Yeah, apparently the Bill and Frank story was quite different in the game. Like, I didn't get very far in the game because I'm terrible at first-person shooters, so it's not the genre I really pursue. But apparently you sort of just see a suicide note, and it's from Frank and not Bill. And I don't know all the details, but I think the story panned out quite differently. And this version of it is a much more human and somber one.
I feel like you could just watch it as a standalone movie because it is movie length, and like I wonder how it would be if you showed it to someone who didn't have the context
of the rest of it.
Yeah, perfect as a self-contained narrative.
I think because one of my favorite video games of all time is Until Dawn, and
so good.
Talking to the right people.
Yeah, it is my favorite game. The Quarry is probably second, but Until Dawn. I have so many good memories of like over the school holidays, like staying up really late playing Until Dawn. And I had a cat at the time, and he, because I was staying up late, he was confused like why we weren't going to bed because we had matching bedtimes. And I remember him coming out to the lounge to like wait for me to go to bed, and whenever he would hear like the screaming in the game, he would freak he hated it, so he'd take himself to bed early. But then I've seen that they're making a film version,
which is really, have you seen the trailer?
Really different to the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I'm actually kind of excited about.
I mean, it should be.
Here's the thing that I was thinking about that, is that if you don't know the game, it is essentially a video game movie, which sounds really strange. So it's just a lot of quick time events and choices, and it basically plays out like a film. You're not necessarily shooting and playing the character. There is a bit of shooting,
in
but
a minimal amount.
It's not really
when the game wants you to.
So it's so much like a film already that you experience it almost in the same way. That for them to just make a direct cinematic version of that seems silly to me.
Yeah, because I think there's actually a mode in the game where you can just it's like film mode, and it takes away your choices and quick time events.
And you just watch it.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, I completely agree. And one of the cool things about the game is that you can get a different ending or different scenarios each time. It's like a choose your own adventure. So you make, butterfly effect, you make decisions, it changes things for you. So if you tried to make a movie about that, you would also you'd have to pick one ending. You'd have to pick one specific choice. And, when I play it differently every single time. And I go through the range of, emotions and things like that. So I'm actually quite excited that they're doing something differently.
Yeah. And there is also that, obviously that game company, Supermassive, has made other stuff like The Quarry and the Dark Pictures anthology, which is Man of Medan, Little Hope,
House of Ashes,
The Devil in
Me, and then whatever the next one.
Yeah, so they've made a few that all have that DNA, and they're all very clearly the same thing. So it almost feels like the film is just another in that
same universe
canon. In a way.
I really liked The Quarry as well. I liked that it followed kind of the same idea, because then I found it quite easy to play because I was familiar with that gameplay. So if they wanted to make a film version of The Quarry as well, I would be very keen, because once again, you wouldn't have to make the game. You could just make something of the same nature.
Yeah.
And I would buy tickets.
Can I also just say, while we're on the topic of trailers, this was what I was supposed to talk about these in our what have you watched section, but I'm just backtracking a little bit.
That's right.
There are 2 trailers that came out recently that I'm very excited for. One of them looks so shitty, and I cannot wait, and that is for the new Jurassic Park film.
Oh, was that on Scarlett Johansson?
Yes.
Saw that on
Scarlett
IMDb
Johansson's
last
in it,
night.
and it looks dreadful, and I just cannot wait. It's got dinosaurs in it, so it's going to be the perfect movie. But, you know,
Dinosaurs in Jurassic Park.
dinosaur movie, perfect movie. I don't care. And I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna love it. I don't care how bad it is, because I love those movies so much, all of them. But more excited is for Final Destination Bloodlines. The trailer released for that, the teaser trailer, which was just a 5-minute death scene, basically. Which, if you've seen the Final Destination series, you know what the deaths are like. They are always very
Contrived.
they're very contrived, which is part of the fun. It's got that major not Rubik's Cube. What's it called? Rube Goldberg. That Rube Goldberg machine
Rubik's
sort of thing. Rubik's Cube.
The Rubik's Cube machine.
You know, but
Well, that will be a death at some point.
it's all chain reactions based off silly little things that cause a death. So they just released a death scene, and it was so good, and it's exactly what you want it to be, and I am so fucking excited.
It's been such a long time.
2011 was the last one.
Wow.
And I love all of those movies. Did you? Because you and I were talking about this, LC.
I haven't watched any. I think I've watched the first one.
They're right up your alley, I would think.
I need to sit down and watch them. I remember them very strongly from like childhood, but I think when they came out, like when the last one came out, I was only 12. So I wasn't even old enough to see them in like cinema or anything. Though I did watch a lot of horror when I was like way too young, because my folks would rent them for me on DVD because I loved horror so much. So I'm a little bit surprised that I haven't seen them. But like I also didn't watch Wrong Turn until like last year.
Right.
So
I would say
I've got
Wrong
catching
Turn
up to do.
Final Destination is significantly better than Wrong Turn.
Oh, naturally. But I also thought Wrong Turn, the bit when they're all hiding in the cabin at the very start, when they're like they can hear those like guys out there and they're hiding. My heart was in my throat.
So, I remember Final Destination 2, which is my favourite one, came out, and hang on, I'm just looking it up. It came out in, I think, 2002. 2003. It came out in 2003. And my parents, my mum and my stepdad rented it out on DVD. I was like, Mum, you're not going to like this. It's a horror. She goes, no, it's a thriller. It's like, oh, okay. Don't know if she ever watched it, but it's not a thriller.
It is definitely not a thriller.
So I watched that when I was about 13, and 12, 13, and just fell in love.
Yeah.
So if I'm ranking them, Final Destination 2 is my favourite, and then Final Destination, the first one, and then Final Destination 5, and Final Destination 3, and then Final Destination 4, The Final Destination.
The Fast and the Furious.
Gotta have a subtitle.
The final
Otherwise
and the
it's not a film
destination.
we're watching.
Well, this is Final Destination 6, Bloodlines.
I also, I've never seen a Saw film.
The first 2 are really good.
I really want to see the first one at least.
I would also recommend the second. The second is fun.
It's a good one. Okay. Yeah, I still definitely need to watch them.
I think I've seen up the first 4. And it's one that I want to download the whole series and watch
them all through.
I've got a couple of days off next week because it's my birthday week, so just taking a couple of days off. And I'm like, I want to find a series that I'm going to binge. And I'm thinking Saw could be one of them. I'm also thinking James Bond.
Oh, good.
films.
I
that'd
love
be
the
good
James
as well.
Bond films. I really love the old James Bond films.
Anyway, sorry, I took us off the rails with the trailer talk.
That's okay. Have we got Fox Facts?
Oh, jeez.
I was, I tried doing some research of this and I was kind of underwhelmed. Like, he is a master woodworker.
Yeah, I've just seen him makes furniture in
that
his
doesn't
spare
surprise
time.
me.
He would.
He did do a video ages ago of making a canoe, and it was just him
So I've just got this fact here. Is a surprisingly graceful dancer, which is how they describe me.
That's not a fact. That's just an insult. What's surprising about that?
Surprisingly graceful.
I am also surprised.
Everything about him is graceful.
I am also a surprisingly graceful dancer in the sense that it's always surprising to see me dance.
His father's lineage is German and Swiss German, and his mother's ancestry is English, Irish, German, Swiss German, distant Welsh, and remote French, Scottish, and Jersey (Channel Islander).
Oh god.
Good lord.
Cool.
Nick Offerman Facts for Kids is a website that I found. On
An actual website.
Kiddle.
Excuse me?
He's a diehard Chicago Cubs fan, and he endorsed Kamala Harris for president in 2024.
I think he's been asked several times in interviews, do you share Ron Swanson's political ideology? And he's
You're
like,
fucking not.
no, definitely not. This isn't a Clancy Brown Republican moment.
Good old
Oh my
Clancy
God.
Brown. The
God.
old Nancy Reagan.
It really, really threw us off.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I could tell.
his trademarks are apparently characters that express a large amount of, is it machismo?
Machismo, I think it's
Machismo.
pronounced.
It is
Machismo.
Machismo? Machismo.
It's not machismo. I'm pretty sure it's
Machismo.
machismo.
Kate Micucci.
I think it's machismo.
Machismo. Deadpan style delivery, mustache, and surprisingly graceful dancer.
Oh my god.
He really want us to know he dances.
He's released 4 semi-autobiographical publications. Paddle Your Own Canoe, One Man's Fundamentals for Delicious Living, in 2013.
Naturally.
Gumption, Relighting the Torch of Freedom with America's Gutsiest Troublemakers, in 2015.
Gumption.
Weird.
Good Clean Fun, Misadventures in Sawdust at Offerman Woodshop, from 2016. And Where the Deer and the Antelope Play, The Pastoral Observations of One Ignorant American Who Loves to Walk Outside, in 2021.
Oh my god.
What else is there? I'm on this it's a Hollywood Insider page, and the number 2 fact is his parents weren't exactly the theatrical type. I'm sure Offerman's parents were great, but their job titles didn't exactly scream, my son's going to be a future acting legend. His mum was a nurse and his dad taught social studies. Well, yeah, acting isn't always hereditary.
So fucking judgmental.
What a fucking spray.
I'm looking at this one, and fact number 7, he studied ballet. They really
want us to know he's a graceful dancer, surprisingly.
Oh, this is a fun one. He met Amy Poehler while forging his theatrical career in Chicago.
Aww.
So, they had a close friendship before Parks and Rec. apparently.
I love her.
Yeah.
I still can't believe. What I read about her and Will Arnett
Yeah.
putting up. Did he? I don't know. I might be able to.
From her autobiography, which is one of my favourite celebrity autobiographies.
Is it really good?
I really love it. I actually recommend
I should read
listening
it.
to the audiobook rather than reading the book.
Reading the book itself.
She gets Patrick Stewart to read a couple of bits.
Oh, perfect.
She's just incredible. But it sounds like I think they were fairly amicable in their breakup.
Okay, well that's good. Have a look here. I think that's about.
Megan Mullally thought Offerman was older when she met him, because I think she's 5 years older.
I
or
think
maybe
she's
closer to 10.
She
significantly older. than
thought
him.
he was older. So, okay.
Yeah, and how Megan Mullally is I'm pretty sure she made a bargain with a witch in
Oh yeah.
the 1700s and Middle Ages. So she's 66, Megan Mullally.
Mm-hmm.
And he is 54.
12
so
years.
There's a decent age gap between them. Yeah.
16.
Just like you and I, honey.
A quarter of the age
There's
gap.
3 years between us.
Very
Cool.
similar.
Now we're just sitting on our phones.
Yeah,
No, just playing games on our
I'm
phones.
kind of disappointed. I was expecting a bit more out there.
I feel like the thing about him, and this is one of the reasons that he's so likable, is that he's just an
He's just a
average
guy.
He's
some
just
guy.
he's just a dude. He's an exceptionally talented dude in many aspects, but he's just a cool. He's your friend's cool dad that you're both scared of and attracted to.
Yeah.
Right?
You have, like, a massive crush on him. And then, like, when you're having a sleepover and you get up to go get, like, a glass of water in the middle of the night and he's in the kitchen and you're like...
Yeah, he's in the kitchen, like, just in, like, his boxes. And you're like, oh...
This is going to have...
Formative experience.
Yeah, it's going to have a profound impact on me growing up. And then you don't realise it until you're, like, trying to look for, like, a partner and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wonder what his dad's doing. Anyway. Enough writing fan fiction. Time to ask the age-old question. Yeah. Do you think they exploit each other's bodies? Time to ask the age-old question of, does this fox fuck? So for those that aren't aware, we do a Punnett square where along the x-axis we have knows what sex is, doesn't know what sex is, and then along the y-axis we've got fucks, doesn't fuck. And they don't necessarily have to fuck in the film, even if they do. It's more of like a mindset.
Yeah.
The fuckability.
Sorry, I just tried
to shut my laptop in the drawer.
I'm trying to steal it.
You first your cat's buddy trying to hack it, now you're trying to steal it. So Jared, does your character from Hearts Beat Loud...
Specifically the character from Hearts Beat Loud.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll start with him.
I mean, my impression would probably have to be no, or at least would only fuck very discerningly. Like, there's sort of like this vague love interest relationship with Toni Collette going on. It doesn't really materialise into anything.
I mean, same, really. She doesn't know me, but, you know, she's still a love interest.
But, like, I mean, like, it's understandable, like, his wife, whom he loved very much, died years ago, and, like, there's always a journey of trying to find yourself back from that dark place. Like, of course, like he's a worldly man, so he definitely knows what sex is.
Just not seeking it out.
Just finding his way back to it is what I would say.
I sort of agree. I think he definitely knows what it is. I think that he did, he had a long mourning period after his wife died, and his daughter is about 18-ish.
She's about to go to college.
So she's that sort of age. And I think maybe just in the last couple of years, he's started to date. So I feel like he's just starting to dip his toe back into the water.
Dip his toe in the pool.
Yeah, but I mean, he could. He could get it. If he put his mind to it, I could be available.
I'll clear my schedule.
I mean, Jared...
Put that in the paper.
Oh, Jared, do we have like a... What do they call it? Like a... is it a celebrity hall pass? Is that...
Oh!
So who's your
I don't think we've discussed that.
No, we haven't.
What a better time to discuss that than live on air.
I don't know. Nick would certainly be a contender.
Nick would be, yeah.
Say that much.
Interesting.
I think...
We'll come back to it at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
And then we'll all have to reveal ours at
Yes.
the end of the episode.
I mean, you're a single woman, so the world is your oyster.
But if in this circumstance, who would be like...
I mean, if we're including Steve Buscemi as your husband.
Actually... Well, yeah, true.
Well, yeah.
How do I make Steve Buscemi my hall pass?
I mean, surely there's no hall pass from Steve Buscemi.
I actually think he would be my hall pass as well. We'll come back to it. Frank from The Kings of Summer.
His name's Frank. Interesting.
I think Frank Toy. His surname is Toy. T-O-Y. No shit.
All right.
Anyway, I will Frank on his toy. Sorry. Don't know why I said that.
Gives sex toy a whole new meaning, doesn't it?
Toy with his Frank? No.
Toy with his Frank.
Toy with his Frank. Frank and Weenie. Anyway, what?
Sorry.
Frank Toy is in the same vein as your character, I think. He is a single father whose wife died before the film.
In a biking accident?
They didn't say how she died. They also don't show her at all.
There was one set, so the daughter in Hearts Beat Loud is doesn't know how to ride a bike because she's been traumatized.
Naturally.
So there's a scene where her girlfriend teaches her how to ride a bike.
Yeah, there's
And
lovely queer content in the film as well.
That's cute.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I don't know how to ride a bike, and I don't even have a solid excuse.
You just have to start telling everybody your mum died in a bike accident, and your mum will be like, stop telling people I died. Sometimes
I would like to see your mum's
voice.
reaction to that.
She'd be like, why? She'd probably get very upset with me.
I think it'll be valid.
Yeah.
So I think Frank, he definitely knows that it is, but yeah, I agree. He's not fucking actively. He does try to pursue a relationship with this woman, and by the end of the film, apparently it's like cooled off now, because unfortunately at game night at the start of the film, his son did call the police for no reason, which kind of scared her off. But so he's not fucking, but once again, he could if he wanted to. He's just really struggling to get back out there.
Right.
Because as much as like he misses his wife, his son also is just like not on board with him ever pursuing another relationship,
Right.
because he's in a very difficult position. Whereas like his daughter's like grown up, she's living out of the house, so she's all good with it. But it's one of those confusing, conflicted situations.
Yeah.
He definitely could if he wanted to. So, that brings us to a very exciting point in the Potty C. Mike, do you have our next fox?
I do. Actually, I do.
I have to
I'm
write
here
it
for
down.
it live.
So, like I said, the next episode will be my birthday
Be your birthday episode.
basically. So I've decided it's finally time to discuss my girlfriend, Halle Berry.
Yay! Halle Berry!
Honestly,
I wrote Halle Bertie.
Halle Bertie. Love you, Halle Bertie.
Go Halle Bertie.
I feel like it's time.
It is time to get the girlfriend out of the closet.
I've been saving Halle for a special time, and I love
The
her.
time is now.
I'm very excited.
I can't wait for that.
It's going to be
So
so
maybe
good.
your James Bond watch party will be aptly timed.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Walks out of the water in that
Yeah.
rememberable.
Rememberable?
Memorable?
Remember all.
Remember the orange bikini.
As the saying goes.
The gunpowder treason and plot.
Oh my God.
I know of no reason that orange bikini should ever be forgot. That's what he said.
I also we have another very important question, because we have a special guest on the podcast. We get to ask Jared, what do you think is the sexiest scene in TV or cinema?
As involving Nick Offerman.
No,
No,
just in general.
What? That wasn't a question I prepared for.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know. I prepared for Nick Offerman.
Well, this is, oh my God, you clearly have not listened to the podcast.
So the problem is, I'm not allowed to listen to it at home when Mike's around. So my chances are commuting on the train, but in half the time I just forget my headphones, so I can't do that. So I've listened to
God.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
The dirty laundry is coming out.
So if you have a Nick Offerman answer, you're more than welcome
Yes,
to give
I
us
do
this.
have a Nick Offerman answer.
I still want to hear this.
Yes, it's not,
And it's
it's fine.
it's his Mike was incorrect earlier about saying that Nick Offerman had a one-off appearance in Will and Grace, because he actually has two.
Really?
And there's one in the Revival series
Oh,
where
of course, you're quite right.
he plays a different character. And he's basically a celebrity chef / bread maker who describes the act of making bread in a deeply erotic way. So Will and Grace
That's
both
right.
go to a bread making class with him, and he seduces them both and ends up having sex with both of them, and there's this big storyline about will they have a threesome or not, and it doesn't happen, but there's this one scene where he's just flitting from Will to Grace in their small apartment, and he's naked
Wow.
at one point getting whipped cream. I think
Wow.
I think it's the sexual peak of that archetype that he does.
It is actually, you're not wrong, that is an incredible shout. And that actually could be a contender for all time, not just Nick Offerman.
I also think, and this is, you can leave that one locked in, or if you want to think about just all time, we could get you to come in on the next episode and
Just-
fill us in on your,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
all timer.
It's important.
and it need not be Halle Berry, but it could be Halle Berry.
Exactly.
It could be. But that is also still like a really good show.
Thinking about that episode, it is very hot. It is a very hot, yeah.
God, Nick Offerman. Nick Offerman?
Nick Offerman.
I was having some hot
He and Nick
flushes.
Nolps combined.
Oh.
Well, so we'll hop on to Letterboxd.
Yeah.
Jared, what is your Letterboxd username if you wish to share it?
Yep.
And what is your rating for Hearts Beat Loud?
Yeah, so my letterbox name is Jared Papps, capital J, capital P, because apparently the name is unusual enough that I didn't have to come up with a suffix of...
Maybe you should spell it, seeing as there are multiple ways to spell
that is a
Jared.
very good idea, and I encounter this problem all the time. So that's Jared Papps.
You didn't need to do Jared _Papps. Very
No, I
lucky
didn't.
man.
Jared Papps 3. Dixie
The third
Norman
and
69.
Yeah. Dixie Norma's 1 through 68 will take
Anyway, so Hearts Beat Loud, I'm teetering between a 3.5 and a 4, and I think I'm going to be generous and inclined to 4.
Cool.
It's like, I mean, just like it could, I don't think I could give it any higher than that because it just doesn't do anything which is that profound and like really interesting, but
It's
what
still
it does
enjoyable.
try to do, it really succeeds in.
Nice.
And then Little Owls, I think I'll also give 4 stars.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Well, you can find me on Instagram and on Letterboxd at onehatmadder, ONEHATMADDER. And much like Jared, I was teetering,
Tossering.
tottering,
Toss it back to your room.
tutoring, all of it, between a 3.5 and a 4 for Hearts Beat Loud. And I think I'm going to go for 3.5. I think it was very warm, it was very nice, but I don't know, I feel like it could have done something more to give it the extra a little bit. Maybe if there was more Tony Collette.
Fair. That's what
or
they
maybe
often
if Nick Offerman took his shirt off.
True.
That would have sold it for me. What about you for Kings of Summer? And what's your...
You can find me on Letterboxd at DixieNormus69. That is DIXIENORMOUS 69. And I'm going to give Kings of Summer a 4. It was like,
nice.
It was really fun, really heartwarming. Like, sure, there were some parts where it was like a bit, but I think for the most part, like, and this is, I've said it before, I can gauge how much I enjoy a film by how little I want to look at my phone during it.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to look at my phone. I wanted to, like, watch it.
Lovely.
And from the minute the film kind of starts, like, stuff is happening. It's not dragging anywhere. Like, we were right there. There was some good tension. I think the character relationships were really well, like, carved out. You could actually believe that these were just, like, some teenage boys and they were having a tough time, so they learnt about escapism. So I really enjoy Kings of Summer. It's getting a 4.
Okay.
Nice.
We'll definitely watch it.
I think you'll enjoy it, and yeah, let me know. I'll check Letterboxd, but let me know.
Just circling back, so I think I've found a simultaneous answer to the sexiest moment question and the hall pass question.
Okay.
So I think the hall pass would be Andrew Scott because I love him so much.
Perfect.
And the sexiest moment has to be the sex scene in God, the films escaped me.
All of Us Strangers.
All of Us Strangers. That's it.
Oh my god,
Yep.
where he
Paul Mescal
licks cum off Andrew Scott's chest.
Andrew
It's
Scott.
just like
Andrew Scott is a hot
it's
priest.
just electric.
And Fleabag was my sexiest moment of all time. So he's 2 for 2 right now.
I don't remember what my answer to that question was.
Yours was the rose. No, that was Ed's. What was yours? I'll listen back. I have to listen back because I can't even tell you what episode it was.
I might have a new answer, but anyway, well,
And your hall
I
pass
feel like,
is Andrew Scott.
Yeah.
that's a
Great
good shout.
choice.
I don't. He probably is Silver Fox over 45.
I hope so.
Andrew Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in his
I
50s.
think so. Like in his early
he?
50s, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
What do you mean, Paul Mescal? Who's
my,
your hall pass?
My hall pass would probably be Halle Berry
Yep.
or Zac Efron. I do.
Like any particular era, Zac Efron.
I quite like Twinkie Zac Efron, I've got to be honest. Like 17 again, even though he's not 17. In
Because
that.
he's like Twink to Twunk to Bear. It's
Especially
like
Twink to Twunk.
the Pokemon evolution.
Twink to twunk to twas.
Sorry, the word twunk is really getting me. Twunk. Oh my god, Twunk Efron. Oh wow.
Zac, quotation marks, Twunk Efron.
The twunkification of one Zac Efron.
That's a
wow.
Netflix documentary in
Oh
itself.
my god. I think my hall pass would be Steve Buscemi. Even though I'm married to Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
Or
Like, it's just single-minded devotion.
I feel like on my wedding day, I'll be at the altar and they'll be like, any objections? And I'll be like looking to see if he's popped up.
You'll be there like, actually, I object.
Yeah.
I'm in love with Steve.
And I'll be like, and they'll be like, right. So and I'll be like, just hold it, just give it a minute.
Just
I can hear him bringing the car around. Like, just give it a minute, give it a minute.
just let it percolate a bit.
And then if he does it, I'll be like, sure, I guess, fine, fuck. Just say the fucking thing, I guess. Whatever. I don't even care anymore.
I can't wait to be there. Would you like me to object for you? Be like,
Can
actually...
you just find Steve Buscemi and be like, you've got one chance, bro. Like, just say the word and she's all yours.
I feel like this
I'm good.
podcast is going to reach a critical mass at some point where it does get Steve Buscemi's attention.
And I don't
And
know
then
what
like,
I'll
there's
do.
going to be like a real
We're
question
going to
as
do
to
a
what
lot of
happens.
backtracking. And then he's going to be like, so we're getting married? I'll be like, oh, shit, okay.
Now you have to...
Yeah, like,
about
well,
it.
I mean, this is what you wanted.
He's going to be like, alright, here is the lining of my shorts. I'm going to sniff it.
They say, like, you attract what you fear, so I'm fucking terrified of Steve Buscemi asking for my hand in marriage.
Excitement and fear of the same emotion.
Oh, what'll I do?
So
Right.
if people want to find... they want to get in contact with us for Silver Fox purposes, how would they find us, Elsie?
So you can get us on Instagram at the Silver Fox Office. We also have an email address, which is thesilverfoxoffice@gmail.com. And I have to do a shout out to my very good friend. Her name is Katrina. And she has just started listening to the podcast. She listened to like all of the episodes in like one foul swoop. She's done the whole thing. And so she regularly messages me when she's listening to them.
Oh my god, that's
And
so
she'll
funny.
just give me like different things she's heard, and she loves the podcast. So thank you, Katrina.
Yay, Katrina.
And thank you very much also for abusing our email address to send me pictures of my father and ask when he's going to be the Silver Fox. You fucking weirdo. She also pretended to be Carlos, so we mentioned.
Oh, was she Carlos?
No, she wasn't the original Carlos, but she has taken his identity.
Did she include the word whippoorwill?
No, she didn't.
Well,
there we
I
go.
believe that's what I said, that you'd have to
So,
include the word
She
whippoorwill.
obviously wasn't listening. So yeah.
In a similar vein, shout out to Jared's workmate Kate, who we had Jared's workmate round, like his team around recently, and just before she left, she was like, by the way, I'm such a big fan.
We love you,
Yeah,
Kate.
I mean, like, to make up for my failing to have listened to all the episodes of the podcast, I think I did some great marketing around
At
that
least
Christmas
Kate
party.
has.
What I'm hearing is that your workmates love me more than you do. So I feel like this is causing problems.
Yeah, this is how he treats me all the time. It's great. I'm not scarred at all.
Well, to be honest, I think Katrina might be like my only one of my friends that's listening to it, which isn't a bad thing because we do talk kind of crazy on here.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is normal behaviour.
However, my mother has just really started getting into podcasts, and she keeps regularly mentioning that she really wants to start listening to this one.
Well, didn't last time she just say you do go on a bit?
Yeah, she did. When she heard like the first 3 minutes of the first episode, she was like, "Gosh, you guys go on a bit." So now she wants to listen to it.
To quote the castle, you do rabbit on a bit.
It's literally that is it. And my dad got her an Alexa for Christmas, and like one of the first things we did was ask Alexa to listen to this podcast. So it's on there if she wants to listen.
Please send us your videos of you asking Alexa to play the Silver Fox Office.
It'll make our day.
In fact, yeah, hang on, just Alexa, play the Silver Fox Office. We don't have one, but I just want to make that happen on other people.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if we can trigger as many Alexas as possible. Alexa, add garlic to the grocery list.
What effect on the world is this going to have? Like,
Alexa.
you may have inadvertently accelerated the world's destruction with the however many people listen to this now.
Alexa, Google shirtless Nick Offerman, save search off. Open first 50 results in new tabs. Has science gone too far? Oh my god. Actually, sorry if we added garlic to anyone's grocery list.
Well, no, not sorry, because garlic should be on everyone's grocery list.
You're right.
in infinite
Alexa, add
quantities.
more garlic to the grocery list, please.
I'm sure Nick Offerman uses garlic liberally in his
Nick
cuisine.
Offerman, add garlic to this shopping. Can you change the name of your Alexa so you can trigger it with different things?
Nick Offerman.
Because if I got Alexa, I'd call it Steve Buscemi, so I could pretend I was talking to her, but like, Steve Buscemi. And garlic to the shopping list. Anyway.
Oh, shit.
Now we've ruined everyone's shopping list on their Alexa. We will say a final shout out to Steve Buscemi,
We love you, Steve.
man of our hearts,
Love you, Steve.
man of the potty sea, and a very big thank you to Jared.
Thanks, honey.
Oh,
Being
it was a
here
pleasure.
and
Nice.
just letting us discuss Nick Offerman.
Nice for you to be here.
In your own home.
Yeah.
Thank you so much again for letting us use your home, and every time you let us use your home to record the podcast.
As I say, it's a huge burden.
Also, honey, can you please add garlic to the shopping list?
Sure. Gladly.
Nick Offerman adds garlic to the shopping list. All right, well,
We'll see you next episode
we
for
will
Halle
see
Berry.
you on the Halle Berry episode. All
Bye,
right,
Peter.
Bye, Steve.
bye. I can't find the off button.
Oh, good.
No.